Longer MTR Tuen Ma Line journeys expected on 2 Sundays early next year as MTR carries out track improvement works. Financial Secretary Paul Chen invites community input for the upcoming budget as public consultation starts. And watchdog finds a gym with insufficient sensitivity on privacy protection over the use of surveillance camera near the men's room. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Quentin Yan. Passengers on the MTR's Tuen Ma Line will need to change trains at Hong Kong Station on 2 Sundays early next year due to essential track modification works adding about 4 to 5 minutes to their journeys. Cheryl Yun has more details.
The railway operator announced that sections of track near Hong Kong Station require further adjustments to improve services between Hong Kong and East Tsim Sha Tsui on the Tuen Ma Line. To complete the final phase of these works, special arrangements will be in place on February 1st and March 8th in 2026. On those dates, trains bound for both Tuen Mun and Wu Kai Sha will terminate at Hong Kong Station.
On the two destination Sunday, only passenger passing through the Hong Kong Station need to alight at the station, and they go to the opposite platform at the same level to interchange. And then they can continue their journey as usual.
The works involve adjusting track alignment and gradient, as well as repositioning signaling system and overhead cables. The MTR explained that the complexity of the tasks makes it impossible to complete them during regular overnight maintenance hours. The operator emphasized that the disruption will add just 4 to 5 minutes to affected journeys, and around 150 additional staff members will be deployed at Hong Kong Station to assist passengers. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
The Housing Authority has approved plans to launch a new batch of more than 8,000 subsidized flats next year, with the cheapest price at $1.5 million. Applications are scheduled to open in the second quarter of next year. The upcoming home ownership scheme sale will provide 8,316 new flats across 5 estates, priced at around 70% of their market value. The largest supply comes from an estate in Tongchong, which will offer 2,018 units, the most affordable ones in the entire sale, with prices starting from $1.5 million. Located in the popular Kai-Tak area, the only urban project will offer 1,840 units, ranging from $2.19 million to $4.8 million, with the highest average price per square foot in the batch. Another 1,628 units are from the complex near the Clearwater Bay Film Studio in Tuen Kwan O, while the remaining 2,830 units are from Kam Ting and Pingshan in Yunlong. In a significant policy shift, the application quota will be split evenly between green form and white form applicants. Rules related to resale and younger applicants will also be loosened. The city's privacy watchdog has issued an advisory letter to a fitness chain regarding a CCTV camera installed near the male toilet at its Ma Onshan branch. Meanwhile, the watchdog also released guidance to help schools and parents tackle the abuse of artificial intelligence deepfakes. Evelyn Bai reports.
The Office of the Privacy Commissioner for Personal Data said they had received a complaint from a gym member who found a CCTV camera had been installed near the men's restroom, raising privacy concerns. The fitness center explained that a contractor had mistakenly installed a wooden door at the corridor instead of at the restroom entrance, leaving it doorless and exposed to the corridor. The camera was not recording or storing footage during that time. It was later removed, with a cloth temporarily put up to cover the entrance, the gym said.
When they install the wooden door, or before they install the wooden door, they haven't considered the privacy expectations of their members properly. If they had taken such considerations into account, they would give careful thought to the necessity of installing the CCTV in question, to the location, the angle of installation, and they will have and they should have paid more attention to whether the CCTV was mounted in the correct place.
Separately, the office provided practical advice for schools in tackling AI deepfakes, such as avoiding the public release of close-up images of students or limiting such releases to internal networks. The issue of AI abuse has gained attention since July, when a University of Hong Kong male student was accused of using AI to create indecent images of women without their consent.
For the Hong Kong U case, we have already initiated a criminal investigation into the case, and we have already contacted relevant persons who were involved in the case. However, despite our repeated appeals, no victims came forward to provide further evidence to us. And therefore,
she added that further investigations will proceed if additional evidence emerges. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The government is inviting public input on next year's budget, seeking ideas to build on Hong Kong's economic resilience and better align with national development goals.
Consultation for the 2026 to 27 budget has started.
Financial Secretary Paul Chan noted that, despite external challenges, Hong Kong's economy has made steady progress in 2025, and government policies to reinforce its role as an international financial center and boost innovation are beginning to yield results. Chan described the upcoming spending plan as holding special significance, as it will be the first under the National 15th Five-Year Plan, which starts next year. Chen outlined the key focuses, which will include broadening economic development, accelerating innovation and technology, upgrading industries, and creating more high-quality jobs. We welcome all members of the community to actively share their views, Chen said, with a goal to draw on collective wisdom to build a more vibrant Hong Kong. The public can send their views via the budget website, email, phone, fax, or post. Mourners gathered to bid farewell to victims of Sydney Bondi Beach shooting as funerals began for those killed in the terror attack. The surviving gunman has been charged with 59 offenses, and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has pledged to eradicate anti-Semitism in Australia. Cheryl Yun reports.
The tragedy, which targeted Jews celebrating the first night of Hanukkah at a community event in Bondi, has claimed at least 15 lives. Among the first to be laid to rest was Eli Schlanger, a 41-year-old rabbi who had served the Bondi Jewish community for 18 years. He was a key organizer of the event that turned into a massacre when two gunmen opened fire. He left behind his wife and 5 children, the youngest just 2 months old. The youngest victim was 10-year-old Matilda, whose family had immigrated from Ukraine. Speaking through his grief at a vigil, her father urged those gathered to remember his daughter's name.
I named her Matilda because she was our first Australian. We came here from Ukraine, and Matilda was my first born in Australia, and I thought that Matilda is the most Australian name that could ever exist. So just remember the name, remember her.
A couple in their 60s, Boris Gurman and his wife Sophia, were also remembered for their heroic efforts to confront the attackers before being killed. The pair tried to stop the gunman by grabbing one of their weapons, but were both shot. Their family released a statement honoring them for having courageously and selflessly stepped up to try and protect others. Reuven Morrison, aged 62, was shot dead after attempting to halt the gunman by throwing bricks at them. His daughter described it as him protecting his community till the end. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese pledged to stamp out and eradicate anti-Semitism from Australian society amid criticism of previous government actions. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
In the United States, the Brown University community gathered for a church service in remembrance of the 2 students killed in a campus shooting. As the manhunt for the gunman continues, police have released a detailed video timeline asking members of the public to help identify the perpetrator. Evelyn Bai has more.
A vigil service was held in the campus church, where people sang songs, held candles, and prayed in tribute to the victims. 2 students were killed in a shooting at the university's engineering and physics building, and 9 others were wounded.
I was going to walk in the direction of where the shooting happened, and I saw ambulances, dozens of emergency vehicles, and well, then now we're all here today. Yeah.
How important is this to get together like this?
Well, I would say it's important insofar as it's better than sitting alone and being sad and depressed and fidgeting and looking at your phone.
Authorities earlier released a new video timeline and an enhanced image of the suspect, describing him as stocky and about 173 centimeters tall. Footage showed that at 2 p.m. local time, 2 hours before the shooting, the suspect loitered around the campus, carrying a black bag, with his face covered. When a passerby approached him, the man immediately turned around and ran away. He was also seen walking by a police vehicle after the deadly shooting.
We're asking the public to ensure that they can see here that you want to focus on the body movements, the way the person moved their arms, the body posture, the way they carry their weight.
The police chief added that they are looking for a moment that is shorter than someone taking a breath, asking the public to assist them in figuring out who was behind the shooting. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The 32-year-old son of famed American director Rob Reiner has been formally charged with murder over a stabbing attack of his parents that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. Nick Reiner faces 2 counts of first-degree murder to be considered under special circumstance, which could add jail time, along with a special allegation that he personally used a deadly weapon. The charges carry a maximum sentence of death penalty or life in prison without parole, though prosecutors have not yet decided whether to seek capital punishment. The 78-year-old legendary director and his wife, photographer-producer Michelle Singer Reiner, were discovered stabbed to death in their Los Angeles home on Sunday afternoon. Their son, Nick, was arrested without incident Sunday night and is being held without bail. Sources indicate the family had been grappling with younger Reiner's long-term drug addiction. Authorities await a coroner's report to determine the exact time of death, which could influence the sentencing. Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index closed 233 points higher. Top active stocks of the day: Tencent was up $8.50. Alibaba was up $1.80. Meituan was up $1.80. YOFC was up $8.14. Foreign exchange against the Hong Kong dollar: Euro 9.11, Japanese yen 50.01. On to the weather now. Mainly fine. Dry during the day. Temperature will range between 18 and 23 degrees. Becoming cloudy at night. Moderate to fresh east to northeasterly winds. And that's our news tonight. I'm Quentin Yang. Thank you for watching. Good night.